Colors. Post. Ready. Set. Present. On.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you all for coming out this morning. While we're thinking about our great nation, please put to your thoughts all those folks that are suffering down in Texas from Hurricane Harvey. We would like to take a moment to remember those folks, as well as two great historians that we lost over the course of this year. John Will Everett, a DL&W railroad historian, recently passed away, and I believe his memorial service is actually next week. And then a few weeks back, we lost William Lethune, who is a Smithsonian railroad historian. So as we have our celebration of railroading history this weekend, please keep them in your thoughts. At this time, I'd like to take a minute to recognize some of our special guests and thank some of our partners for helping us put on another great weekend of activities. Tom Welby from State Representative Marty Flynn's office, Larry Malsky from the Pennsylvania Northeast Regional Railroad Authority, David Monteverdi from the Delaware-Lackawanna Railroad, Bill Lynott with the Scranton Times. They've done a great job of helping us promote Railfest this year. Steve Berry, who's helping us with the night photo shoot tonight. The Friends of Northeast Railroading, Tri-State Railway Historical Society, the O&W Railway Historical Society, the Lackawanna and Wyoming Valley Railway Historical Society, the Museum of Industrial History, the Mid-Atlantic Motor Car Association, and all the great community groups that are exhibiting here over the course of the weekend. I am sure there's other folks that have participated and helped out. It takes a ton of people to make this event go off. So we appreciate every single one of them, and of course all our great volunteers that we couldn't do it without. I'm so glad to see such a great crowd here this morning. This year we have another great Railfest planned for you. Our theme this year is transition from steam to diesel. And on display you will find the Delaware-Lackawanna Western number 426, which is one of the earliest diesel locomotives for that railroad. It was built in 1935 and definitely is an excellent example of that transition between steam to diesel. We'll also be displaying and using today the Lackawanna 663 and 664 F3 units owned by the Anthracite Railway Historical Society and the Tri-State Railway Historical Society. And those two will also really represent that key shift in motive power. Over the next 2 days, we have a whole variety of railroading related activities planned for you folks. Everything from equipment tours to the Amtrak Police K-9 unit will be on site doing demonstrations later today. We have motor car rides out behind the locomotive shop, and tonight we're doing a special nighttime photo shoot. Now that does require a special ticket, and my understanding is there are still a few tickets available for tonight's event if you're interested. We're also kicking off the 4th of our trading cards this weekend. This is something we started last year where we're creating a locomotive trading card series. So today is the first time you can get the 4th one, which is the 3254, the Canadian National Engine. So if you haven't picked one of those up, please do so at the Visitor Center. And we have tons more of activities planned for you over the weekend. Hopefully we're picking up the big schedules of events and you can follow the maps and the diagrams to all the different fun things we're doing.
And you go, on a smile to carry on, engineer, and you go, he's gone again, on a south wind.
Okay, great. Thanks.
But he's got the biggest job in town. Bending low after people's sweet homes. And past the time, just a negotiation over this $1 million.
What's up, let's get in action. Got some moments to use. Maybe.
Hopefully walking off.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're blocked off. You know what I Oh yeah. Yeah.
First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a young boy's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train out of town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child of a family meek and mild, my Mama seemed to know what lay in store. In spite of all my Sunday learning, to the wrong I kept on turning, 'cause Mama couldn't hold me anymore. I turned 21 in prison.
Expand it away from the rim. Got two guys, one on each side with sledgehammers. We'll knock that tire off onto this bracket that I bolted through here. And then we remove the old tire. This right here is a relatively cool flame. If we were going to change this tire, I would add a little bit of air to it to get a nice hot blue flame. This is how we would operate this particular tire still has some service life left, so we're going to keep it on full frame for now.
I have a kitchen fraction of snap boxes. If I'm running this, even till my to show me the actual function. So they wouldn't stop the train. I have about 45 cars done right now in a mix of red and blue.
Yeah, have a good day.
Okay, Dex was a little bit late laying on the off-board corner.
No, yeah, everybody. This is in their.
So I'm here with the dormitory car now. I gotta get the horsepower, I guess.
It helps. This is actually a depiction of Dallas in the back mountain area here. This is actual what it looked like. You look at the hotel here, you look at the pictures up on there, they're exact replicas. The scratch-built buildings and that, they had their bicentennial this year, so they asked us if we could make a layout depicting, you know, the areas that were in the back mountain. Trucksville, Dallas, and out at Harvey's Lake. These are actual almost miniature scenes of what it looked like in the 1930s up to 1950. Wow, that's incredible. That trestle is Carvackie Road, and they live right up the street from where that trestle is. Yep, I live right there. Most of our guys here live around the area. We had a hustle. We did this all in a little over 4 months. It's very impressive. Thanks. This factory, it's a lot larger than this. It's actually, if I were to make it in scale, it would have been almost as long as this thing here.
Little blue truck went down the road.
Could steer me right, but Mama tried to raise me better, but her bleeding I denied. Leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. Leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. Leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama